Hey, now I can see everyone's comments. Alright, let's just get that fixed. Hello everyone. I do deeply apologise for that mistake of technical issues. We can all thank Blakey D for repairing the stream in about 2.3 seconds. Just give me a second to pull up everything on my side. G'day, Dead Moon. Hello, dear sir. Alright. Whew, that was fun. Okay. We are good to go. So, the plan for the stream, which is how it's supposed to happen, was I'm going to go and show you all the creatures in the stream of the 24-hour stream. Hello, handsome. I am handsome, yes. So I'm going to show you each creature. I'm going to tell you a bit about the creature, and then I hope to have a discussion with you guys about said creature. I'm going fantastic, Moon, now that everything's working. Hello, Soflojit, if that's how I say it. I apologise if I just broke it. Anyway, enough dilly-dallying. Let's get into it, and then we can have discussions after each one. So, let's go into the first creature, which is the SHADOWMANE. Okay, so the SHADOWMANE, as we know, it is tameable, rideable, and breedable. It has the special ability to dash to hit multiple targets. They are also really good hunters, and they are fast. But what's very unique about the SHADOWMANE is the fact that its capabilities are designed and determined by its gender. So, for example, the male will have a roar, similar to the Tyrannosaurus, I believe, which allows it to boost the confidence of creatures around it, while the female has the ability to make herself invisible and all the other creatures around it, which is pretty cool. So that is awesome. Now, let's have a quick look at chat. Quick break. Cool. I cannot read that thing with pudding. Hold on, 1 second. Blake, I think there was one thing we didn't do. I can't see all my chat. Okay, so I'll just have to decipher what that says. Let's see these creatures. Hello, hello, SHADOWMANE. So the SHADOWMANE is extremely beautiful. Honestly, this is going to be my #1 tame when I get it. Oh, no, you can see it, Moon, but on my side of the computer, it didn't work. It's basically OBS being a pain in my bum. So don't worry. Anyway, continuing on with the creatures. Let's go. Let's non-stop. Alright, biome-specific creatures. Heck yes. So, basically like Gen 1, we have creatures that are specific to the biome, and obviously because of that, they have special designs as well, and special stats, which is cool. But I love this the most because we have the Reaper back, guys. In Gen 2, we are getting an Aberration area and the Reaper, which is one of my favorite creatures, and Aberration being my favorite map. The fact that we actually have a biome in Gen 2 is perfect. And obviously they've only shown off 3 creatures, which is kind of sucks. But, hey, you know what? It's better than none, right? So I am definitely keen for some new Reapers. Gonna love it. Now, I think we can all agree the next pet, everyone's favorite pet by chance, is the NOGUN. Love this little guy. If you got the Genesis Season Pass, you'll actually have this guy's a chibi already. If you don't have it, watch my video on it. It's amazing. NOGUN. We love this guy. He's awesome. So, what do we know about the NOGUN? He is a shoulder pet, and it allows the players to... and one of his special abilities is that it allows the player to temporarily mind control enemy creatures, tames, or other players. And then that's basically done controlled by telepathy from a very short distance, allowing you to, choose your targets, apparently. And obviously, it can be countered, which is pretty cool. And whether or not we can breed it, we don't know. But I'm going to be honest, this is going to be quite interesting, the NOGUN. Yes, it is scary. Is that Ninja's face? I'm very confused. Can you not see my face, Andrew? It should be on the bottom left-hand corner. I can't see it because stream doesn't show me my stream. But I should be here. Can you see me? Yes? I don't know. Hopefully you can see me. But yes, this is me, the crazy ninja behind the screens. The one that has technical issues and gets it resolved in 2 minutes when Blakey D comes and fixes it. But yes, I'm going to be really happy with the NOGUN. It's going to be so awesome. I love its chibi already, and the fact that it's got mind control. I'm just interested to see the PvP aspects of it, The fact that you can mind control other players. Just imagine that. You're defending your base from being raided, and then someone gets your teammate with a NOGUN, and then he turns around and shoots you with a shotgun. And then you're like, well, there goes the base. Or he turns off the turrets. Like, oh my goodness. That would just be, my goodness. It's going to be so interesting. Anyway, now, I will admit, this next creature that I'm going to show you is hands down, my friend and I were just like, we must tame this. The moment we spawned into the game, we're taming this. And it is the STRYDER. Heck yes. Alright, for those that don't know, Strider, it is rideable, it is tameable, obviously not breedable because it's mechanical. Now, the taming method for this guy is actually really unique because you need to actually hack it to claim one. However, when you go and start the hack, it will alert every other single player on the server, allowing them to come in and interfere with the hack and get the creature themselves. Now, the Strider does have an attachment system, but this system you can change it with, this attachment system, you cannot change it like the mech. So when you find a Strider, it's already going to have a randomized individual components across its body, and each component gives the Strider a different unique set of skills, such as defense capabilities, offensive capabilities, and resource gathering capabilities. Now, like I said, we can't change these attachments, which suck, but what is cool about the attachments is it does adjust the visual appearance of the Strider. So as we can see with the harvesting attachment on the bottom right here, that it does have more of a parasol design to it, which is pretty cool. But the thing is that I love the most about the Strider is that one has a platform to build on, as you can see, but they also said that it has a tech transmitter on it and a permanent tech bed as well. So that's great. Not only do you have a tech bed to use, you have a transmitter. It's just like, what? That's the best thing ever. Like, if they've put boss battles in the transmitter, then you've got yourself a portable boss battle thing. But I think it's going to be something else. A notification has just popped up on my stream. What was that? Mods, what did that say? I can't say it. It didn't pop. I heard the sound. Yeah, they're breedable. Wait, Damien, are you saying the Strider's breedable? What do we got? I'm going to catch up on chat quickly. I want the Noglin. I agree, Andrew. Very overpowered. AT, yeah, it's basically is dead. It's basically, Star Wars Strikes Back, but like cooler. So that's pretty awesome. All right, cool. Anyway, and the final creature, let's get on to that, is dun-dun-dun-dun, the new space whaley thingy-mobobby, ASTRODELPHI, if I've got that name correct, is similar to the ASTROCETUS as it has awesome abilities, but it's much smaller than the ASTROCETUS. But what's cool is that its saddle comes equipped with thrusters, similar to that of the Trepneognathus, so you can go into animal flight mode or have boosted flight mode, which is pretty cool. And it has laser cannons that allow you to instantly hit the target, which is just fantastic for like taking out those annoying people in the flying creatures. You're just like, beep, beep. But yeah, so they're tameable, they're rideable, not sure about breedable yet, and they also have a special roll and dodge ability. Now, something I just want to quickly make mention, quick break, come into the chat. Mr. Slayer has appeared with his magical eyeballs. This man has been putting eyeballs in like every single one of my videos. Hello, Mr. Slayer. It is good to see the eyeballs are here. Yes, the ASTRODELPHI is beautiful as well, so I 100% agree with you. It looks great. I'm so keen for it. All this Genesis 2 content is just amazing. Dead Moon, I agree. It's a Star Wars machine. Hey, a Slayer. No, it's just that the fact that it's mechanical doesn't mean it couldn't breed as... Oh, yeah, well, yeah, tech creatures. And yeah, I mean, I think from what I recall in the stream, that they said it wasn't going to be breedable, but you never know. They can always change things last minute, you know. Whatever I say here can be, like, not even a thing when it comes out. Anyway, let's continue on with the next bit, which is... Oh, structures. That's probably wrong, but yeah, doesn't matter. Moving on is... Yep, I got it wrong. Sorry, wrong tab. But here we are. We're on the HOVERSAIL now. Woohoo! Now, for those that don't know, it is a portable vehicle, which means you can deploy this, like you put it in your hotbar, you can deploy it and then ride around, and then you can pull it back into your hotbar whenever you want, so it's deploy, which is great. It's fast and mobile. Performing certain tricks while using the HOVERSAIL will increase its speed, and the HOVERSAIL can host 2 survivors, as we can see. One is controlling it on the very far right, and there's a person on the bottom with a gun. Now, from my understanding, that can be any weapon, but he's using the tech pistol right now. But I guess we'll see when we actually get access to it. But one thing that they did say, which I actually quite think was nice, was they said it helps you if you're overweight. So basically, if you're over encumbered, just drop this thing and it's going to help you get to your destination faster. Which I know for me, like if I'm on a server and I'm over encumbered, I'm going to be a most saltiest man alive because I hate throwing stuff away. Has Gen 2 release date been released? No, it has not been, Tom. It is going to be March 2021. Hopefully it's near my birthday, because that would be a mad birthday. So, wildcard. Make it middle of March, would you? Anyway, let's move on to the next part. We have a lot to cover. All right, security system, which I'm going to be admitting right now, this is one of the coolest features in all of Ark, and I have been waiting for. Security system allows you to have linked cameras to this console, and what this console does is it allows you to access any one of these cameras, which is cool. And these cameras can activate doors, generators, manage your turrets, or command dinos through whistles, and the range that it has is quite large. Now, this is actually great because I have multiple bases, and this is going to be great that I can actually just manage everything from one base. This is just, it's like the master controller terminal in GTA. The fact that I can control basically everything from one base is just perfect. I mean, obviously you'll still need to go there from time to time, but you know, it does reduce the amount of work, which is pretty cool. But what's also good, they said, is that if you place these cameras strategically, it allows you to monitor new dino spawns. So like, say, for example, there's a Giga spawn near your base. You can pop a camera near it and then just have a look and see if there's a new Giga there, which is pretty cool, rather than going out and looking for them. You can also talk through the cameras. The cameras are only activated when you're looking through them, from what I recall. So, you know, otherwise they'll be deactivated. People will be smart enough to probably see them unless you're really good at hiding them. But yeah, overall, it's just cool that it'll reduce the amount of travel time, and it won't stick to dinos as well, which is pretty lame. Anyway, let's look at chat. So December next year, lol? Yeah, probably. It's going to probably be delayed. Who knows? I mean, it was supposed to come out this December, but then it got delayed by 3 months. If they say it's March, it's not going to be March. They've never released on the same day. Lol. Facts. 100% agree, boys. 100% agree. All right, let's move on to the next one, which is, I think, everyone that breeds dinos had, just take my money instantly. And that, my friends, is... Oh, go back. Hold on. How do I do that? Previous slide. There you go. Egg incubator. Woohoo! I love breeding. I'm sure there's the next person that loves breeding too. And this thing is going to make our life easy as heck. So, egg incubator allows you to put any fertilized egg in it. So we can pop our Giga eggs in there, Dodo eggs. Doesn't matter. We can put them all in there. What's really cool though is that when we put an egg in there, we'll instantly know all the stats that the creature's going to have, the colors, and we're going to know where its points are being allocated. So i.e. into health, speed, whatever. It tells us the lineage of the parents. So basically, you'll know if that egg is worth your time or if it's just worth eating or throwing into kibble. You'll find out. Excuse me. Now, we don't know the exact storage capacity, but as we can see by the concept art, it has 10, and it has been, I think the devs confirmed it, they're aiming around 10 or 12 slots, so that's pretty cool. It can actually make the eggs hatch faster, which is pretty cool, and keep them at their perfect temperature. But what's really cool, and I like this, I mean, obviously you'll need power as well to power this. Forgot to mention that. But what I really like is the fact that this, when you put your eggs into it, you can just basically let it automatically get all your eggs ready to go, and it'll get them ready to hatch. So once it's done and dusted, you just pop out the egg and then boop, it hatches and you're good to go. All right, let's go back to chat quickly. Sucks for the people that pre-ordered. I reordered. What? Hold on. Yeah, they did same with everything else. Lol, didn't they? Genesis by a lot. Incubator going to be so nice. 100% is. You can also press the up arrow on the backslide. Well, Fuse, I'm sorry that you're a genius. Take my materials wildcard, all my... What does that say? All my money, I think it is. Fuse, we're going to fix the chat after this because I can only see half these comments. It's ridiculous. I'm just using my brain cells to configure this. All right, so let's go on to the next one, which... Oh, actually, no, I've lied. This is probably one of my favorite things, all right? The loadout mannequin. 100%, I'm using this all the time. So basically what the loadout mannequin does is it allows you to store all your armor and any of your hotbar equipment and then chuck it onto the mannequin, which is great because literally there are times where I just want to go, you know, get ready to start breeding or taming or anything, and it's annoying to take off my clothes, put them in a vault, and get all my stuff sorted, whereas I can just pop it on the mannequin and then swap into the next suit, which is great. It's basically like instantaneously swap over if it's all set up properly, which is just fantastic. You know, if I need to be ready for PvP, I want to be ready for PvP. If I want to be ready for farming, I want to do it in a heartbeat rather than take my stuff out, get it fixed. We all know that's painful, whereas this is just going to clean that up, which is going to be great. However, the next thing which I know that we are all, well, every PvP player will love. Now, every PvP player is going to love this next one, and that is your ammo box. 100%, I know you're down for this. Ammo box stores basically all the ammunition, and it will distribute that ammunition across all your turrets, so the minigun, the tech turrets, everything. It affects any turret. Excuse me again, jeez, I apologize. Shouldn't have had those eggs. But yeah, it will. You just chuck your ammo into it, and then any turret within range, it will then keep the ammo full. So that's great. So your turrets will basically never run out, so long as this thing is overflowing with bullets. Which is just great, because then you can actually go to bed at night and just not even need to worry about filling up your turrets if this thing is all good to go. So that's great. All right, back to chat. The loadout mannequin looks funny. I 100% agree with you. Great until the tribe mate says, hey, free loot. Well, I think my understanding of the mannequin is it's like set to... I don't even understand the mannequin, but I would assume that the mannequin would be built. Like the way they made it sound is like it's going to be just for you. Like if I built the mannequin, then only I can interact with a mannequin. Because it would be silly if you put all your loot in the mannequin and then, oh, your teammate, like you said, can go in and just take all your stuff. You know, like I've hated that. I've had that in the past where people just take all my stuff when I'm asleep. And it's like, oh, now I gotta go build a new hatchet. Like, it's the most infuriating thing. They're like, oh, I need a hatchet. Oh, just borrow ninjas. And then runs off and never comes back or dies. It's like, well, there goes my hatchet. Yes, refilling turrets is annoying. 100%. That's also only the concept art. What do you mean, Damien? What am I missing? While Damien gets to answering that, let's go to the next thing, which is the canoe. Which I am actually... This is going to be cool, this canoe. I love this. So, canoe. It's basically like the hover skiff. We can pick it up and put it down wherever we want, as long as it's in a body of water. Now, it can hold up to 3 players, and if all 3 players work together when rowing, this thing will go exceptionally fast. The canoe is just also good because you can go fishing on it, which is great. And it also has a built-in cooking pot, which is just fantastic. I love the fact that it has a cooking pot attached to the canoe. Like, that is just great. But they did say that megalodons won't attack it, but they're not sure about the lead sicknesses. It may attack it. I honestly hope the canoe is the one sea thing that no sea creature attacks. Honestly, the most annoying thing is you're on a raft going to destination B, and then the lead sickness is like, hey, that is a nice raft there. It would be a shame if I was to eat it. And you're like, crap. So that is why I never play on servers with lead sicknesses, because they make me sad. All right, what do we got in chat? Ammo box looks like it belongs in Call of Duty 100%. I wish PS4, I would assume, is crossplay with other players. For the loadout, well, a lot of this is only concept art. Yeah, this is true, but I'm going off what they also said in stream, but obviously we can only know so much right now, and I just hope that what they've basically said and shown us is there and more. I mean, they said they're not going to reveal everything, which is fair enough. Anyway, let's continue on. I don't want to bore you guys with me sputtering facts, do I? All right, next one is the tech crop plot. I know I'm going to use this a lot because I love growing crops. So what we know is the tech crop plot allows us to grow the plants more quickly, which is fantastic. It doesn't need sun at all, which is great. So it basically can be built in any biome, they said. It has a much greater storage capacity. So i.e. it can hold more water and fertilizer, but it also holds more resources. So, if your crop plot goes mad and builds like a bajillion carrots, you can have a bajillion carrots ready to go, which is great, rather than only holding like 2 carrots. So that's pretty cool. What do we got? Lead broke my raft starter base. Yes, those leads are terrible. I have a big brain, I guess both consoles. I mean, I've got a PC and Xbox, but I want a PlayStation. Anyway, next one. Federation Tech Suit, which I think we can all agree, this is a slick design. So, they've already announced that every single player, when you spawn into Genesis 2, you will have this tech suit. This is what you will spawn with, and this is what you will respawn with. Now, because the ship basically equips us with it. But what's important to note is this is not as overpowered as the original one. It's actually quite weaker because, everyone's going to have it. So it won't have, I think the super sprint, they said it won't have, or the super punch. So it's going to be significantly weaker. But what is cool is it has unlimited jetpack. So you don't need element. You can literally just jetpack all across Genesis 2 without element. It's just fantastic. So I think that is fantastic. I am 100% keen to use this tech suit, but I'm even more keen for when they release the skins for this guy, so we can get the last of the skins and then just equip it in Standard World. I'm just going to be like, oh, look at my fancy Federation tech skin. But, yeah, so that's really cool. Now, moving on to the weapons. And I think, hands down, I know many people are going to be happy with this weapon. This is going to be my favorite weapon. I'm going to use this. And I agree with the guy in the stream. If I can go in a canoe with this, I'm using it. And that is the tech bow! Woohoo! Everybody, we got a tech bow. Finally, something that's awesome. Now, the tech bow is capable of firing various ammo types, such as explosive arrow, which is new, tranq arrows, anything. It can shoot any arrow in the game. And what's cool is it can materialize any arrow on the fly. So you can just swap to another, like you press like, I don't know, RB for example. You go to tranq arrow, press RB again, explosive arrow. So you can swap between all the ammo types, materialize it at any point, which is great. It uses element to fuel it. So depending on the arrow type will depend on how much element it uses. So let's say, for example, we've got 100 element in the bow. And for one tranq arrow is 1 element. But for, if we use an explosive arrow, it might be 5 element. So who knows exactly what the plan is, but I think that's really cool. Like, I really love this, idea. It's one of my favorite, things when it comes to sci-fi is the fact that you can materialize weapons and, alter things straight up. I love that. And they also said that if you charge it, rather than being a slow arrow, it can basically be like a bullet gun, railgun instant shot, boom! And it's also very accurate as well. So I am looking forward to the tech bow. It is my favorite weapon in this reveal and I want it. All right, what has chat said? The jetpack is going to be so much better on Genesis. 100%. Instant tech suits, lol. Agreed. Kind of crazy. Do you play on official servers? Me, I used to, if you're referring to me, Mr. Moon. Couldn't use the tech chest. Tech bow. Can't wait to use this on my friend's face. Looks awesome. Oh, I feel bad for your friend's face, Moon. Jeez. All right, poor him. All right, so moving on to the next one, which is the minigun. Heck yes, we can all agree that miniguns are awesome. Well, I would hope so. And yeah, so minigun. So we can go ahead and use this via hipfire if you want. You'll need to wind it up, obviously, if you're going from hipfire. And it's not as accurate, and it will overheat, but it's still cool to have this. And the fact that it makes up in rapid fire is just amazing. So this thing will just instantly slaughter everything with its rapid fire, which is great. So it'll make up for that, definitely. But you can deploy it, though, which is cool, and it will be affected by the ammo box. So when you deploy it, you'll then control it remotely with a joystick, apparently. You'll be able to aim it wherever you want, so you technically become the gun. So imagine your Bastion from Overwatch. It'll be more stable, more accurate, and it's still just as powerful. And it will just shred through everything. They literally said that this is going to basically break boss fights. It's that overpowered. You just get to a nice spot and just destroy the boss. It's like, sweet, 5,000 element, here we go. All the tech, all we go. And it'll make cave runs easier. They literally saying that this is going to be the hardest thing to deal with when it comes to boss fights. And so it's going to have so much uniqueness for both PvE and PvP. It's like, oh, I look forward to it. It's going to be so good. Minigun looks scary. It does. Yep. He stole my 43 element. He gets what he deserves. Damn. Someone took your element? Okay, fair. If someone took my element, I'll be like that too. Sentry gun, no question asked. I'm going to go on a jetpack and just shred all things in my way. Yeah, that would be interesting. 1 arrow per 1 element, I think, Dead Moon. Well, it depends on the ammo, the arrow it's using, Tom. So if the arrow is, say, explosive, it's going to use more element. So it all depends. Anyway. Let's move on to the last weapon that they revealed, which is the tech pistol, which has 3 modes, which is pretty awesome. It's got a killing mode, which obviously does damage. It's got a healing mode, and then it's got a stun mode. What I'm quite interested to know is if the stun mode will be able to do a tranq effect. From what I understand in the stream, I don't believe it can. I think it just kind of stuns them, which should allow you the opportunity to, knock them out. But I guess we'll find out. But it's obviously got a healing mode. But they have mentioned that the shots that you fire are amplified by the frequency. So, for example, if 2 people are shooting with a healing gun, it's going to heal much faster. However, it is increases to a certain cap. So, you can't have 50 people shooting it and it's going to be instant heal. It can probably only maybe be 3 people shooting it, and then that hits its level of effectiveness. So that's pretty cool. Wow, better be on tapping things. Use explosive arrows. Stim shot. There you go. Yeah, good old stim shot. All right, now, just closing up onto the other stuff, which is the last things they revealed, which is the biomes. Eden. This is the first spot. So they basically said that this was Eden, from what I heard. It's a nice grassy area. This is basically known as the Garden of Eden, they were saying. This is basically the best base-friendly area. It's nice. It's got a lot of resources. It's just for the, like, you know, when you're starting out, this is basically the best place to go. You know what I mean? It's one of the rings of the ship as well. So it's, yeah, basically the easiest area compared to if you went to the next few rings, which we'll look in a moment. This is probably the easiest one, and also has less of a Rockwell influence as well, which is pretty nice. So I'm definitely going to be building in Eden. The next spot, though, does pique my interest quite a lot, and that is the, I think they called it the tower biome or the bridge biome. Correct me if I'm wrong. Someone in the chat, if you know this better than I do, go ahead. But this looks absolutely amazing. This is basically the internal part of the ship, as we can see. And from what I remember, they were saying that it was like a bridgey aspect. So you go from Eden, you cross the bridge, and I would assume that would take us into the next biome, if I'm not mistaken. So that's pretty cool. I honestly just love this sci-fi design. I love it with a passion. This is so cool. Now, this is more challenging, obviously, than Eden. And obviously, it's more technological looking than Eden. But I think it's just cool to have these different aspects of the biome. And they literally, and I'll mention this again later on, but they basically said that instead of Genesis 1, where it was split into sections, the whole map is open world now, which is great. So that's fantastic, that there is no more division. Bridge BAME? Yeah. I think I got that right, Bridge BAME. Lol, Bog was evil. Yeah, Bog was 100% evil. I agree with you there. Eden is the easiest place, like Bog. Yeah, Bog. That was not easy. I see a cave someone is building there. Ooh, yes, that's right. There was a cave shown on Eden, wasn't there? Damien, they said this is the biggest map they've made themselves. Yes, this is the biggest story map. You know, not counting the DLC maps. This is the biggest story map. Rag will always be your favorite. And I cannot read the rest of Nico's things because my chat is cut off. Wonderful. Cool beans. Sorry, I'll just make that mention now for all the new viewers. My chat is currently a bit glitchy, so I can only see half your comment. So I apologize if I don't read it all. So I apologize. Anyway, the next one, biome, which is actually, I think is quite interesting, is the Rockwell's Garden biome. So this is the biome where we'll definitely see a lot more of Rockwell's influence on the ship. They've already said the SHADOWMANE lives here, so I'm 100% going here to get a SHADOWMANE. It's apparently a very beautiful but deadly and tampered biome with full of rare resources. It's a very challenging environment. It's like Aberration, but more alien. It's apparently built like nothing we've ever seen before. And it's very apparently reactive and a hostile environment, which is going to be quite interesting. You know, I'm actually interested to see if, you know, the environment, I guess, it changes of how we're there. So I think that's going to be quite interesting, especially this biome, of how it's going to play out. And then obviously the last biome, which, well, we can all agree is somewhat scary, is Rockwell's insides. Literally, the last area is we're inside Rockwell. This is him. This is his area where he's basically becoming the ship. He's taking over. This is where the core of the corruption is. It is Rockwell. So he is making the ship in his perfect image. And just look at that scary eyeball there. I'm not sure if you can see it. I'm not sure if my face is covering it. But there should be an eyeball here. And those scare me. I'm not going to lie. The eyes are just a bit... So this is going to be interesting. But yeah, so that's basically all the stuff. So we'll just go over a few little notes and bits and bobs. And I'll show you the last bit of concept art. And we'll probably watch the trailer. And then we'll end this stream. Because that covers what the plan was. And then go in from there. Because we lost time, unfortunately, due to technicals. But we'll probably have a follow-up stream, I would say, a bit later. Where we actually have some more awesome stuff. But anyway, let's continue on so we can get through this. Alright, so next one is, just going to look at the ship. Or the concept art for the ship. But basically, yeah, as Damien said, this is going to be the biggest story map that they have made. It's open world, not closed like Genesis 1. The missions this time will not impact us. I know a lot of people, when Gen 1 came out, I was the same. The missions were annoying because they impacted everything. This time, they will not impact us. They are in a separate location. This as well also will have flying creatures. They are confirmed to have flying creatures, which is awesome. I am glad to have flyers again back. We already know that the tech suit is going to be with us when we start. And we already also know that Helena has a new voice actress. But what's very important, and I'm going to just say this now, I love this. Rockwell the voice of Rockwell is voiced by David Tennant. Now, if you don't know who David Tennant is, he's the most fantastic actor in the entire world. And I'm going to be honest, if I didn't own the Genesis Season Pass, the moment I heard Rockwell's voice, I was going to buy the Genesis Season Pass. Because David Tennant is amazing. He's from, like, Doctor Who, basically. Watch his Doctor Who and you're like, oh! So I'm so happy that Tennant is joined Ark and that he's the voice of Rockwell. It's going to be great. Also, they did lastly say that the missions are going to be a lot more interesting. They'll have a lot more story to it, as well as they won't be so repetitive. And then obviously we can see that Rockwell's influence on the map. Now I think we've only got 2 more slides left to look at. Okay, this is another area. So this looks like it's like near the towery biome. It's actually quite beautiful, Genesis. I know it's especially like this concept stuff, but it's really quite beautiful. And then obviously this is looking at Rockwell. And just look at that. Look at that face. Look at that. All right, let's have a good look at chat. So me and my cousin and his friends did steal most of my resources, so I think I'm just going to, use a minigun on them. So, Gentile, you don't teleport... No, you don't teleport each biome, Tom. It's already been confirmed. It's all open map. It's not like Gen 1. I literally blew up my friend's home because he robbed some metal ingots from me. Oh, my goodness. From there, base got destroyed. Doctor Who, happy face. Dr. Edward Richtofen. That is interesting. Why Genesis is so cool. I think the Feroxes are going to get an upgrade. I would hope the Feroxes are actually in the next one because it's quite cool. Anyway, so we've covered everything, I believe. Oh, no. Here's 2 more pictures. My apologies. We've got the beautiful, beautiful Noglins. Look at that. That is just a heart attack right there. And then we have the SHADOWMANE, or another picture of it at least, in its more designated biome. So that's pretty cool. So that basically shows us everything that we need to see. How much is the pass, Caitlin? It's on sale right now. I'm not sure about PS4, but I know on Xbox and Steam, I believe it's 20% off right now. Yes, Gen 1 television was so bad. But anyway, we've now seen all the concept arts and talked about everything. But what we're going to do before this stream ends is I'm going to quickly pop up the trailer. Oh no, there was another picture. My bad. I'm going to pop up the trailer for Genesis. I think we should all watch that and enjoy that. And then after that, we'll call it a stream. And I'll be back, hopefully, with another stream soon after. Alright, so now that that's done, let's go ahead. Genesis 2 Ark trailer. Because this is an amazing trailer. We have to watch it. Alright. Before that starts... No, it's starting already. Stop. Okay. Hold on, guys. Just going to get sure this all works. Alright. Fantastic. Alright, I'll see you guys all soon. Let's go ahead and enjoy this trailer. I'm going to mute myself so you don't hear it. Or hear me, at least. And let's enjoy it.
Welcome, survivor. Enjoy the view.
There you go. So I just realized, I thought this was a great idea, and it only just occurred to me, is once we watch the trailer, let's actually go and break it down, because I just noticed something in the trailer that I never noticed before. So I apologize. I'm going to skip back 2 seconds. We'll finish watching the trailer. Let's break it down. I didn't think of that. I apologize. Anyway, enough of me blathering. I'll be back in a moment. Let's finish watching this thing.
Welcome, survivor. Enjoy the view. You see before you the pinnacle of mankind's ingenuity. All of humanity's hopes and dreams carefully nestled within this lifeboat. Each of its shining rings are laden with miracles of science and nature. A paradise where the boundary between the biological and technological has been all but erased. And now all of it is mine. I control this vessel now. I command its evolution, and very soon, its destination. From there, my will shall spread across the cosmos forever, infinite and undying. And there's nothing you or that witless puppet, that shadow of her, can do to stop me. I have already set my designs in motion. Our future awaits, survivor.
All right, we are back. All right, let's quickly look at the chat. If I've missed anything, nothing, which was fantastic. All right, so now that we looked at the trailer, hopefully my webcam did not block too much of that. I only just realized. I was like, oh, my webcam's there. All right, so let's go through the trailer for a little bit, and then we can skedaddle. All right, so I'm going to turn off the music so we can actually continue. Alright, so here we are at the end of Genesis 1. Go a little bit further. Rockwell's grabbing us. See, what did I say, Demon? The fact that it's just David Tennant just makes this DLC 1,000 times better than it has to be already. Alright, so let's, hold on, go ahead and we're going to slow this down actually. We're going to make this 7 point, make it a bit slower than normal. Help us find things a bit easier. So something I noticed is like these mechanical creatures here. We'll see one here in a second. He's holding like a box. I noticed that just then when we were watching the trailer. I was like, oh, what the heck? So it's definitely going to be interesting to see what this creature is, especially, and how he comes into play in it. We've obviously got Tranodon, so that's been confirmed, so that's good. Ninja, you should play Among Us. Well, you know what? That's a good idea. We should do that in a future stream. Let's do that, Andrew. Sounds like a plan. All right, continuing on. So yeah, I'm definitely interested to see how, like, look, there's like 4 of them. So it's going to be interesting to see how they play into it. What are your theories to think that... Oh, hold on. Is that a better vision of it? Give me a sec. Is this even running it? No, it's not. It's terrible quality. I apologize. I didn't even realize my stream was running this at disgusting quality. Alright, let's go up. So, okay. We can't really fully see it, but when I pause it, but it's definitely a mechanical creature of some kind, so it's going to look awesome. So, I'm so keen to look that up. We've already got Brontos confirmed. We've already seen this in the concept art, but this just looks, it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. We've got compies here and a nice, vast, beautiful biome, which is great. And here's the Strider, walks in. What was cool here, and I think I'm just speculating at this point, but when he shoots this rock here, it looks like he harvested like instantly, like the resources. There you go. This is basically absorbed into it, which is great. So it's definitely a unique way to harvest things. Just shooting the trees and harvesting. What's that? Hold on. What was that creature there? One sec. I think that's a Diplo or a Bronto. Just in the background. I thought it was a new creature. I was like, ooh, what's this? We've got the Stegos. Alright, so we've got a Glowbug. We've got the Aberration area. And we've got Seekers. Hello, Mr. Seeker. Welcome back. He's going down. Off he flies away. And then here is the SHADOWMANE. If you can't see, it's cloaked. But here it is, obviously uncloaking. Now that is a very cool uncloak. Not gonna lie, that is very cool with the female. Ninja, the part Gen 2 is cool when it's Fibercraft because Gen 1 I built lots of turrets and a cool base. Oh, so you're gonna go for Gen 2, are you, in the Fibercraft? That sounds pretty cool. That looked like something mech. What? I cannot see that last bit flow. All I see is look like a and then a mech. I can't read the last bit. So if you can just say what that one word is. My chat, like I said, has been stupid and I can't read it. So I could join and build a base. Well, yeah, 100%. Well, I mean, when Genesis 2 comes out, I'll probably, if I'm lucky and I have enough money, I'm going to have an Xbox server so people can join me. So if you're on Xbox, when Gen 2 comes out, there may or may not be a server around for me. So anyway, continuing on. So this looks cool. Like, look at this environment. The electricity, the fact that the creatures here, like, this is the cool aberration biome. I love this. This is awesome. 100%, this is good. Alright, so what's next? Alright, so we're going towards the end of the video now. It's so sad when you just come towards the end of it. Mini-mech. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Look at that weird... What is that? It's the weirdest pod thing ever. I know, it reminds me of something from StarCraft, like the Zerg drops. So weird. And then we've got the eyeballs. The spaceship obviously looks damaged at this point because, you know, there's a ventilating hole right there. And then here comes our survivor, HLNA, and then Fancy Face Rockwell. Look at him. Look at those disgusting eyeballs. Absolutely fun. But what's interesting here in this part is this. Now, if we notice when we looked at the concept art, this looked like it had two different sections, like a green section and then a purple section. And now, when we look at towards the end of the trailer, it looks like it's been kind of like, you know, corrupted. You know, Rockwell's gone ahead and corrupted it. So now it is just gone ahead and just become all purpley. So, yeah, that's quite interesting. I'm wondering, like, if maybe the worlds are going to turn purple or something. How's that going to integrate with the story? You know, if someone builds an Eden, is Eden just going to slowly over time become a purpley squishily place? I don't know. It's going to be... I'm interested to see how they plan Gen 2, honestly, and how they show Rockwell's corruption. And especially with the whole rings and everything. Like, I'm interested. And the lore is just... that's a terrible idea. Is that... You mean my idea of it... I'm going to pause. You mean of it slowly becoming purple? Or corrupting it? Ark plus StarCraft crossover. Oh, where's the Protoss? 100%. Need those Protoss. I'm Xbox. You can make it Fibercraft. I'm not particularly a fan of Fibercraft, but I wouldn't mind trying it out, to be honest. I mean, I'm not really a PvP person. I'm more PvE more than anything. I do like EasyCraft and Infinite Weight. I mean, I'm sure we can sort something out. I have to play it normally. Yes, that is true. Here's Mr. Noglin. I do like, when we saw the trailer the first time, the sound that Noglin makes. I do like his sounds. Like the little, whatever it was making. I don't know how to, you know, redo those sounds, but I really like those sounds that Noglin makes, which is really cute. Fibercraft idea, bro. Fiber better than normal. Yeah, we all know that. Anyway, and basically, here's the sweet Mr. Noglinov. There goes your face. That's just the most terrifying thing to say. How is that a small little creature that looks like he's just going to eat your soul? It's just the most adorable thing. Who knows? Anyway, oh, and you've subbed. Oh, thank you. I appreciate the sub. I'm going to have to read through this entire chat when this stream is over so I can actually read all these comments. I can't believe this isn't working properly. I'm not going to lie. Anyway, but yeah, so there you go, guys. We've gone through the trailer, we've gone through all the concepts, and we've talked about everything that we know so far. Instead of making the stream 1,000 times longer than it has to be, I'm just going to probably end it up now. It's been good chatting with you guys and telling you everything about Genesis for this past 40 minutes. Thank you, Blake, for fixing the stream so we could all enjoy it. But anyway, with that said, guys, I will see you soon with new video content and hopefully a new stream on the way now that this is all working. And yeah, so good day to everyone and now goodbye. Enjoy the rest of your day/night. See you guys.